Ho ho ho! Bigfoots and boggarts and Rudolphs and whatever the other ones are called. Welcome back to another video on Campfire Stories Lancashire. Been out of breath because I've hiked up this massive hill. I'm out wild camping today on the 21st of December, which is officially the beginning of winter. Winter solstice begins today, and this is my Christmas special. Not very Christmassy because, as you can see, there's not a speck of snow in sight. We had all that last week, but I'll get into that in a little bit. Yeah, for the beginning of this video, I just wanted to come up to one of my old camps. I've not camped up in this spot since May of this year, and obviously my goal in 2022 was 20 wild camps, and guess what, we're on number 20 today on the Grain Road, and I'm feeling a little bit, not melancholy, but nostalgic and reflective of what a roller coaster year it's been. So yeah, I'm out here today. I'm gonna go for a good hike up moors, I think, and then obviously head back to the tent when it's starting to get dark, and got some food, got a bit of whiskey to keep me warm tonight. But as I say, we had all that cold weather last week, so I've no sort of reservations that I'm going to die of hypothermia tonight. But anyway, if you want to stick around, check out this latest adventure, please do. So them deer that I just included in the montage, I more or less walked into them before. I was just leaving my pitch in pine forest down at Valley. Thought I'll meander my way through, and yeah, I was just doing some filming of them spruce trees, and 3 little white-tailed does came out in front of me. Class. Chuffed with that. It's always nice knowing there's some wildlife about. Maybe you're out wild camping. I like it anyway. Just knowing that, you know, just connects me to Mother Nature that bit further than what I already am. Knowing that, you know, there's animals nearby or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, it's time for a weather report on Campfire Stories Lancashire. Last week, biggies and boggies. Like I said, today is the start of the winter solstice, but you know, I'm just a bit off topic, but can you see that? This pathway here, follow it, goes all the way to there. Wonder if somebody's made like a makeshift mountain bike trail. Let's check it out. I wouldn't like to come off a mountain bike off there, because you fucking go straight into that tree. Look, there's definitely a definite trail that's been made out of there, and then it just goes whoosh, up to infinity and beyond. Whatever. Yeah, last week here in the UK, particularly where I was in northwest of Lancashire, man, did we get some snowy weather. Yeah, grounded everything to a halt. Proper. I mean, I were at work one day. There was a bit of pitter patter of snow. Next thing I knew, about mid-morning, as if it were a monsoon, but it was snow, and it didn't stop for hours and hours in the air. Just loads of the stuff. And then after that, the cold plunge set in, and we had about 8 days in a row where it went into minuses, even through the day, and then at night time it went even colder still. So all this snow froze into ice, and it just took ages to shift. And now that it has milded up, everything is fecking soaked. So I don't think there's much chance of me getting a fire tonight, to be honest, getting a fire going, which is a bummer really, because the fire, it's, you know, obviously it keeps you warm, but it's more of a morale booster, you know what I mean? It's a light source, and you know, I've got some lights with me. I've got some little Christmas lights I'm going to decorate my tent with. I've got my candles, so, and my lantern, so I'm not going to be sat in pitch dark out, but you know, you got to be mindful now we are officially in winter. Got to be mindful to keep warm once it's gone dark. You know, I've got all my thermals with me and whatnot, so I should be okay. You know, I've got loads of food with me, loads of hot food. I've got a little tickle of whiskey with me as well, and I'm just going to sip. You know, whiskey keeps you warm, so should be alright. But yeah, that snow we had last week, you know, obviously in my lifetime seen a decent bit of snow, but I spoke to people, you know, who are older than me, you know, colleagues of mine who I work with, and you know, they're old enough to be my parents, some of them, and they said they've not seen snow like that for a long time. So take that for whatever it's worth. But yeah, it's much, like I say, it's much milder today. I don't know, probably about, it's warm, it's probably about 7 degrees, which doesn't really sound a lot, but I kid you not, biggies and boggies, it were, you know, through the daytime last week, it was like, it barely got to 0. It was always like -1, 2. Night time you were going there, it's like -8, 9, 10. Crazy stuff. Smooth criminal. Anyway, catch you with you in a bit. So I just wanted to check in with you all. I'm in middle of nowhere really. In middle of back and beyond the country, and it's starting. Here they all are. Look at all these cows. Cattle, I should say. I thought I'll get to this that marker there over yonder, but I've got a funny little suspicion that is also a cow. But yeah, we're gonna get there and then see what is beyond the horizon. Yeah, I'm just mooching about really. I've just come for a hike up on moors. I've got some clobber in my bag, a bit of din soon. I'll have a coffee when I'm feeling like I need a rest. Got talking to a lovely couple down by in Woods when I first set off. They were proper sound. Sarah Jane, I can't remember what the guy was called, but they were southerners, and yeah, they were just dead sound. And they dug the wild camping. they say that more people get killed. Oh, you bloody stunner. Look at you. Hello. You got titties? Oh yeah, you have. You're a girl. I thought it was a boy, that. Yeah, they say that more people get killed off cattle in the UK per year than any other animal. So what I'm doing really is quite potentially dangerous, but fear not. I know what I'm doing with animals, so they just won't come near me. But yeah, I feel like I had other stuff to talk to you about. I'm conscious of how windy it is up here, if the audio is going to be any good for this part of the video, so I might just wait till I get into a more sheltered area and chat with you again. Just 1 minute while I'll crack it on, head down, and I pass these cattle over here. Thought whatever, but I've got to show you the beauties. The beauties. Look what they are. Stunning. They are a breed of cattle known as a long-haired Dexters. How do you know this, Oliver? You might ask. How do you know that? Well, I'll tell you. I used to work on a farm, and we were a working farm, and it were a farm park as well. I'm not going to give them a shout out because the knobheads who run it. But anyway, I used to work on this farm, and we had a group of Dexters like that. And I remember this one afternoon in particular, the panic that they were in for the public to see them. One of them got its head, don't know how they did, well I do know because cows are not bright animals. It got its head wedged between the bars of this metal gate, and we had to pry it off, obviously. Now obviously, a big animal like that, it's in excess of, you know, nearly half a ton, and a couple of skinny, scrawny, lean lads like myself are not going to get that thing out of there with brute strength, let me tell you. But we were left to deal with the situation, as you do on a farm, and this Dexter was so strong it literally lifted the entire gate off its hinges, and it was just stuck, and it was just dragging this gate around. It was a sight to behold, bigs and bogs. So yeah, kind of in hindsight of what I was saying before about how cattle kill more people per year than any other animal in the UK, I can believe it because I've seen this strength firsthand. Anyway, long story short, we got the cow out of there and all is right in the world. Right, status report. It's half 2. I'm back at my faithful camp, semi-permanent camp on the grain. Try getting a fire going, and yeah. I said it before in the weather report. Everything is just sodden soaked. I mean, look at this. Got all grime off my hands there, and that's because just these little twigs and shit that normally are the baseline of your fire, they're soaked. And you know, there's even an old, I mean obviously I'm in a pine forest, but there's a big old, I think it's like a cedar tree up that hill there, that I do go to sometimes, because the way it's cracked at the base, it exposes all the wood inside of it, and it's almost as good as, it's almost as dry as kindle. And I thought, perfect, I might be able to, I had my little saw, I thought I might be able to salvage something off that, but nah, it's drenched. So yeah, no fire tonight. It's right. It's like I said before, the fire is more, it's just a morale booster. Like, I mean, the last wild camp I did on Roddlesworth, when it was very, very cold, it's arguable to say that the fire was really crucial to my survival that night. I know that seems like a bit of a bold statement to make, but you know, we were talking about it when I got home, and there was, I think it was my mum's neck of woods, out towards Wiltshire. I can't remember. Basically, a homeless person had died from exposure that week because they were, you know, sleeping rough. And well, that's what I do essentially when I'm out here. I'm sleeping rough. I'm sleeping in a tent in the middle of nowhere in a sleeping bag. It's no different, really. If I was homeless, I would be in the woods all the time. I'll tell you that for pricing out, rather than be on the streets. Because it's, anyway, let's go on down another tangent. Is that? But point I'm making is I needed that fire on my last camp, and that's why I purposely took loads of fire kindle out with me on my last trip, because obviously in another hour it's going to be going dark, so I'll be retreating into the tent with me cups of coffee, and I've got a new gas canister actually. Shout out Dad, bought me 2 new canisters, so I can make my brews and my food later on. And yeah, it's nice to just flick it on and my brew be ready in 60 seconds as opposed to 10 minutes like on my last camp. So I'll have to use that sporadically, you know, just to kind of keep the tent warm, because it does warm the tent up, that thing, when I've used it in the past when I've been making sausages or whatever. Brews, got my candles, I've got my thermals anyway. I mean, it's like right now I'm in my hoodie, I've not even got my gloves on. Dirty hands, shout out dirty hands. And I'm okay, do you know what I mean? I'm just chilling right now. This is my little station. Got my stove kit, just made a coffee, obviously coffee itself. That's not a tea bag tin, that's got my pipe tobacco in it. Got my coat hung up there, that's like my little porchway. That's where I'm gonna sit. Shout out to Cornwall 2, my old tent. So yeah, just gonna chill, have a brew, have a smoke. But like I said, I've binned the fire off. It ain't happening. And yeah, see what happens. Da da da. Grafted and grafted. Got a little bit of a fire going. Not very much long. That's going to be work keeping that going for the next few hours. Still not even fully pitch black yet. It's only 4:30, but look at my cute little Christmas lights on my tent. Biggies and boggies. How smart is that? Yeah, I'm just on with job now, trying to keep this fire fed with twigs really. And then once there's some proper heat on there, hopefully I can start putting some more damp stuff there that'll burn longer, like logs and stuff. So yeah, just a quick entry. Just keep in touch with you, but I gotta bounce. See you in a bit. This is probably really dangerous, biggies and boggies. I've just shut my tent up. It's nearly 6 o'clock, and I've put my little flame on my stove kit. Let's get a bit of heat in me. And man, it's only been on about 60 seconds. It's like a friggin' sauna in here. But yeah, I'm not going to keep that on because I'll probably end up burning this tent and burning myself alive. And we don't want to be doing that, do we? Just out of show you though. Look at it, it's like a jet engine when it gets going. Class, really. I mean, legit, mate. That looks like, well, we all know what it looks like, biggies and boggies. That's my tea for tonight. Some steak mince filling. It'll be for a steak pie. You can just about see it bubble up. Steam's coming out of there. Just had a little lick at fork and it tastes nice, but like I say, it looks atrocious, doesn't it? Anyway, tea in a bit. Hopefully, camera angle's fine. Focus is okay. Let's have a look, actually. Yeah, that looks alright, that. Right, it's about 20 to 8. I just rang my dad. have a quick catch up with him, see how his day's been. I've had my tea, I've had my cat food, and yeah, got my little setup in here now for a few hours. I'm going to get tucked into a slurp or two in a minute and have a little chat with you all. Yeah. I've been planning on saying all this stuff for the last day or two, you know, like, 'cause I knew I were coming out and making this video, and obviously this is the big 20, wild camp number 20. And like I said earlier, today's had me in a really reflective mood. The last, 12 months and what a roller coaster year it's been. And I'm sure as I get into it, I'm probably not gonna say everything that I wanted to say. Hopefully I do. Hopefully it'll every point I wanted to get across comes out. Second attempt now at doing this bit of filming. I just poured my heart out to you all. Gone back to check the footage, and all you could see was that much in my face. So hopefully this is right now. To be fair, because I've opened up my can of beer now, I need to have a chat with you. But, mental health and all that clobber, and, I'll be a bit more like loosey goosey now because I've had a beer. But yeah, so what I wanted to talk about really this evening before I turn you off at night, get tucked into my slurps, was just what a mega year it's been for me. And lost my train of thought again. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster year for me, and when I think back to like this time last year, and I was doing my last Christmas special, and I was doing me my stuff with fairies and my meditation and all that clever, and a classic video in my humble opinion in this channel's history. But them videos, they're not a means to an end, but there's only so far I can take cryptid stuff, because this is the sort of content I've always wanted to do, wild camping videos, proper adventure videos, because I've always had that adventurous streak in me. This is stuff I've always wanted to do. And again, like, I hope I've not already said this, but like, in comparison to, like, today is obviously the shortest day of the year, and in comparison to the longest day of the year when I wild camped in lakes on Ullswater Lake, that was it didn't go dark till 11:30. I was by a lake, had a beautiful view. I've got my tent open right now, I can't see it out there, it's just pitch black. And like I said, it didn't really go dark properly till gone 11:30. And even then it was like that dusky blue sky, and then it was light at 4:30, and it was warm, and I only had my bivvy bag, I didn't need all my layers and my thermals. And here I am today on the shortest day of the year, and it's pitch black out there, and it's damp as out. So what a contrast between the two. Obviously I'm up Graham Road, I'm in my usual pitch in Pine Forest, where I've been a few times now. Well, I've been many times. Had some great times here camping on my own and with friends throughout the year. And I saw a fox here that time, and yeah, that's why I started the video up on the ravine before, because I just wanted to take it all in, like, this is the big 20, this is what I wanted to do, 20 wild camps this year, and I'm on one now. This is the 20th one, and I've just gotten so relaxed at doing these things, and it's just vital to me noggin that I do these often. It's my time to, it's what saved me this year, like, even though this year has been mega for me with my wild camping, I don't want to like dwell too much on negatives, because I want to be positive and talk about the positives of this year, but you know, at the start of this year, you know, I felt like logging off permanently a few times, and obviously I got to always give a shout out to my family for always having my back, encouraging me to do these things. And as I said, wild camping is what saved me. I needed to do something to lift me out of the depths of depression months and months ago, and it's worked like a treat. To the point now where I crave these adventures all the time, and just had some amazing adventures, you know, like obviously my first few up on Ravine, my third ever wild camp at the Kirkstone Pass in the lakes, hiked up there 1300 metres, back when my fitness was still kind of developing for this stuff, carrying all my clother on my back, and camps up there in 20-mile-an-hour winds and bloody pelting rain, and I could have died really, Bigs and Bogs, you know, like I was in a budget tent. Could have died, man, but I didn't. I survived, and it was a great adventure, and had some great adventures in the lakes, Ullswater Lake, and my 3-day trip back in September, which was incredible. It was mega for me, that. Yeah, love camping at lakes, and more to come. You know, like obviously when we get to spring, I'm going to do the Cumbria Way, 75 miles, you know, from southernmost point at Lake District up to Carlisle. So it's going to be a cracking adventure when we get to it. You know, I've been all around the place, Sabden Moor, you know, home of the Pendle Witch Trials and UFO sightings, and you know, I've been to Peak District and Yorkshire Dales, and you know, I've been very lucky that I've been able to go on so many class adventures. And yeah, because again, 12 months ago, I just wasn't brave enough to do this stuff, and it's just mad how zen I am when I'm out here. And yeah, I'm very grateful that I'm alive and I have my health, that I'm an oxygen breathing human being that's able to do something that I enjoy as much as this, and I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can until the wheels fall off, which I'm hoping is, you know, a long time off, but obviously life is fleeting and you never know what's around the corner, so I just want to bang out as many wild camps as I can while I can. So yeah, it's been a good year. It's been a roller coaster of a year. More adventures to come. But yeah, I know it's not been very Christmassy, this video, but like I say, that's not really what this video's been about. It's just been about achieving the pinnacle of number 20, and I've done it. Oh, just farted. Ugh, 1/10 off it. On that note, I think I'm gonna turn you off for tonight, because I just want to chill out now with my beers and watch some crappy reality TV and drift off into a peaceful slumber. So I'll cheers you. Doosh. I'll see you all in the morning. Good night. Good morning, all you beautiful bigfoots and beautiful boggarts. For the night in the wild complete. Yeah, another lovely sleep. There must be something to this whole business of getting wrapped up in your thermals and your woolies. It must just equate to a comfy night's sleep, because it was really pretty much the same score as my last camp. I only woke up once. Happy days. Yeah. Yeah, woke up at 1:30 to get out for a wee. And then that was pretty much it then, till about, well, it's 8:30 now. The alarm went off at 7. I think I looked at my phone once about 6:10 maybe. But just fell asleep straight away. You know what I mean? Like, I only turned over to check what time it were, and that was it. Straight back to sleep again. So yeah. Yeah, really good sleep. Don't know what it is. about this winter camping malarkey though. You know, like, it just, wild camping's always good. Do you know what I mean? It's always, it's an adventure, you know, but it's just, it's not always boring, but like, it goes dark at 4:30 and then you're pretty much confined to your tent for the whole time after that. Unless you want to go walk around at pitch black and risk tripping over and breaking your ankle or whatever. But it's just, I don't know, it's a different experience. Because, you know, like, as I say, you're in your tent. And you're going to find new ways to occupy yourself. Either it be cooking or watching trashy reality TV like I do. I should have brought a book, really. That would have passed the time on a bit more, I guess. But obviously, it's spring and summer. You could be mooching about. You could be doing jobs, bushcraft jobs. You know, cutting firewood, and if you long distance hiking, you don't have to stop till late, till it's going dark. So I don't know. Obviously, I'm not gonna like stop wild camping for the season, but it's just, I hate to say, it's just not as good at winter time. I don't know. What am I saying? What am I saying? I'm quite tempted just to shut my eyes again for another 40 minutes or so and try and go back to sleep. So I've got a bit of time to kill till till the extraction helicopter arrives to get me out of here. Mum and Millie are coming to get me. They're not coming yet for another 2 hours or so. So yeah. See you in a bit. Whoa. I just take back what I just said about winter wild camping being boring. Look at this beautiful scenery. Foggy AF. Bigs and bogs. Now that's what makes the long night worth it. Oh, I've literally just opened up my tent and I've been greeted by this absolutely magical, mystical scenery. Fan-bloody-tastic. Bigs and bogs. Right, back down. And on my way home. Yeah, not much more else to say on this one, but cracky on Mally, is it foggy around here today. Wait till we get out of this little green belt, I'll show you the dense fog in these parts. Here it comes. Please be a Bigfoot, please be a Bigfoot, please be a Bigfoot. Oh man, look at it out here. Check this out, Bigs and Bogs. Look at that. Goddamn camera just don't do it justice. As still and quiet it is in here today. That is incredible. Beautiful. Let's get me tobacco tin. I'm going to go for a toot on the next to res. So I've got a bit of time yet till Mum and Millie are coming to get me. Tell you, these elements, they play tricks on your mind. Any shape or amalgamation of bushes, you think it's a Bigfoot. Whoa, shit. Yeah, so yeah, another adventure in the bag. Finally made it, Bigs and Bogs, number 20, done. I wanted to exceed expectations and maybe get another one in before the new year, but I'm pretty much working now straight through after Christmas Day up until New Year, so it ain't gonna happen. But I've achieved my goal, you know what I mean? I wanted to get 20 done and I've done it. You know what I mean? Like, again, mate, just, ugh. Look at that, look at that there. Big blob of lichen. It's not even, no it's not, it's a root end of a tree. You're just walking past, just being like, da, 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 da. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, shit like that catches you out. Imagine if it is actually a Bigfoot just statuing until I go past. I don't think it is, but I mean, you never bloody know. Who knows? Right, come on, let's get out of here before I get abducted with something crazy like that. Yeah, number 20 done. I think I'll next see us first week of Jan, because I'm looking at my rota, and that first week of January I've got like a good little 3-day stretch off, maybe 6th or 7th or something like that. So obviously I'm going camping, mate. Yeah, don't know where I'll go. Maybe Ronaldsworth again. Maybe I'll just come on here. Who bloody knows? Hey, it's pea soup. It's pea soup. I'm not even going to be able to see the bloody res. Look at it. Yeah. But if you made it through to the end of the video, it's going to be a long one, is this, when I finish editing it, because of all ranting and all chatter I've done. So if you made it through to the end, as always, God bless, you're a saint. Hope everybody looks after themselves over the next few days into the new year, because, you know, Christmas, it's not a jolly time for everybody. As I've said before, I've struggled with it in the past, as have other people, for various reasons. You know, so I'll send you nothing but love. Nothing but love. Have a good one with your family, have a good one with your spouses or whatever, your pets, your dog, your cat, your snake, your tarantula, whatever. Yeah, just look after yourself. I went the wrong way. Come on, Ollie, mate, you've been coming here long enough now. Should know the way out. Imagine if there were like some dog walkers walking past there, listening to me saying that, they think, who the fuck's that guy? Who the fuck is that guy? They think that anyway. TBH, but guess what? I don't care. Yeah, made it through to the end. Thanks as always. Sub if you want, if you haven't already. Don't have to. Share it on social media if you want. Don't have to. It's just one of them. And I'll see you all further on down the road. Bye bye.